So in this video we'll be learning about relations. Relation is represented using the letter R, capital R. So relation is something which creates a link or a relationship between the first and the second letter in an ordered pair. So to understand this better, let's take an example. So let's take set A with letters A, B, C in it, and let's take set B with names Ali, Banu, Binoy, Chandra and Divya. So we'll define a relation for these two sets. So we'll take relation R with x comma y as the ordered pair, where x is the first letter of the name y and x belongs to set A and y belongs to set B. So once we apply this relation to the two sets, we'll get the following four ordered pairs. So the first one is A comma Ali, B comma Banu, C comma Chandra and B comma Binoy. So we see that x, the term x which we have A is the first letter of the name y. So we have A and A here, B and B, B and B and C and C. So the next thing we'll do is we'll take the Cartesian product of the two sets, that is A and B. So once we do that, we'll get the following ordered pairs, which is A comma Ali, A comma Banu and so on till C comma Divya. So from this we know that these four ordered pairs which we got from the relation are a part of the Cartesian products of the two sets A and B. So from this we can come to the conclusion that the relation R, which we defined earlier, is always a subset of the Cartesian products of the two sets A and B. If we find any set here which is not a part of A into B or the product of sets A and B, then that relation is not defined for those two sets. Any pair which we get under that relation should be present in the product of the sets A and B. So the next thing we have to learn is how to represent a relation mathematically. So it is represented using the following way. So here the capital R tells that the definition provided is a relation, and the next term shows that the relation is linked from set A to set B. In the previous example we saw that the first letter was from set A and the second letter was from set B. So the relation is from first element to second element. So this direction is determined depending on which set we want as the first element and which set we want as the second element. So if we want the name as the first element and the letter as the second element, so then we'll have to define a relation where relation is from B to A. So here once we define the relation as this, we get the first term from set B and the second term from set A. So this is how a relation is represented mathematically. So from the previous example we understood what a relation is. So there are two ways in which a relation can be represented or shown. So the first method is the set builder form which we used in sets, where we have x comma y, where x is the first letter of the name y, x belongs to set A and y belongs to set B. Another one is the second way is the set builder form, where we individually mention all the ordered pairs present in the relation. So this is a very long process, because if we have a lot of terms in the relation, then we have to write each and every relation individually. So usually the first method, which is the set builder form, which is preferred to represent a relation. So the next topic in this is an arrow diagram. So arrow diagram is something or a method we can tell which is used to represent a set in a picture form or a visual form. So we'll take set A which had letters A, B and C, and this is closed in a oval, and then we'll take set B where we had the names Ali, Banu, Binoy, Chandra and Divya. So this again is closed in an oval. So now from the previous relation we know that A is linked to the first name Ali, B is linked to Banu and Binoy, and C is linked to Chandra, and Divya is not linked to any term from the set A. So this type of representation is known as arrow diagram, to show a relation in a picture form or a visual form. So moving forward, we have to understand four more terms which are very important to this topic. Those are image, domain, codomain and range. So to understand this, let's take another example. So let's set A, B 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we have relation R where x with x comma y where y is x plus 1. So the relation is defined from set A to set A itself. So we have just one set, and this set is only used to define the relation. So once we apply this relation to this, we will get R as 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 3 comma 4, 4 comma 5 and 5 comma 6. So these are the 5 ordered pairs which we will get under the relation R once we apply this relation to set A. So to understand those 4 terms properly, we have now drawn a arrow diagram of the previous of the example. So we have set A with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, and again set A with 1 to the numbers 1 to 6 here. So according to relation, we see that 1 is linked to 2. So we have linked 1 to 2. Similarly, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5 and 5 to 6. So the first term we'll try to understand is image. Image is element of the second set which is linked to the first set. So we see 2 is linked to 1 here. So we can tell that 2 is an image of 1, and we can tell that 3 is an image of 2, 4 is an image of 3, 5 is an image of 6 and 6 is an image of 5. So here 1 is not linked to any term from the first set. So 1 is not an image because it is not linked to any term from the first set. So you can tell that image is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So the next term we'll try to understand is domain. Domain are all the terms from set 1 which are part of a relation. So from the first set we see that 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 are part of the relation since they are linked to the second set. But we see that 6 is not a part of the relation because 6 does not have any image. So the terms that come under domain are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this is the domain of the relation which we are using in this example. So we can get to know which numbers are domain by seeing if those numbers have an image in the second set. So 1 has an image, 2 has an image, 3 has an image, 4 has an image and 5 has an image. We can see that the number 6 does not have an image in the second set. So that is why it is not included in the domain of the relation. So the next term which we will understand is codomain. So codomain is nothing but simply the second set or all the elements present in the second set. So in the second set which is set A, we see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 are present. So codomain is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. That is all the terms present in the second set. Finally, we have range. Range is nothing but all the terms from the second set which are part of the relation. So we see that 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 are part of the relation, but 1 is not a part of the relation. So range is 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is the range of the given relation. So next we will understand how to calculate the number of relations for a given set. So if you have first set A with x number of elements, a second set B with y number of elements. So we already know that number of elements in A into B or A product of A and B is x into y. So number of relationships, that is n of R, is 2 to the power x into y. So for the previous example, if you see, A had 6 terms in it, that is n of A was equal to 6. So n of A into A will give us 6 into 6, that is 36. So number of relations R will be equal to 2 to the power 36. So we see that for a small set with just 6 elements in it, we can have 2 to the power of 36 different types of relations defined for just one set which has 6 elements in it.